Yo, guys, gal, Sandsea Remains is up today. So the daily contract is Zone Activation 3. These are the 8 that we're going to be going with. You're going to need a fairly sturdy fire-powered group. So I do suggest upgrading any of the DPS operators that we did bring along. Other than that, you can get through with this. So we're going to get Courier and Scavenger for starting off Vanguards. As always, you guys know that those aren't my typical choices. I do prefer Zimmer and Texas. Quora and Bubble, however, are pretty decent tanks to go with. Quora especially because we are going to need that extra defensive, the extra block slot from this skill 2. So bear that one in mind. So anyone with a +1 block is certainly going to help you out a lot with this. Bubble reflects damage. It's not essential, but I mean, it helps. Gummy is going to be soaking damage for us. I found that Gummy is perfect for this, so you don't need to replace her with anyone. Perfumer and Suzuro are for healers. You don't have to use Suzuro. The damage isn't going to be so high that we need her. So you can replace Suzuro with absolutely anybody you like. It doesn't matter. Perfumer, however, the map-wide heal comes in handy. It assists Gummy. It's good. You will need an AoE. Gitano. Now, my Gitano obviously has her module. With Gitano, it's not a massive thing. It just adds a little bit of range, obviously a little bit of attack. That's about it. I do find Gitano to be entirely unproductive in this run, but when it comes to 4-star AoEs, you don't get a lot of choice. Obviously, my pick of the litter would be Skyfire with skill 2. 2 fast redeploys. So I've got Gravel and I've actually got J. Just because I'm bringing 4 stars, so we're limited with fast redeploys for 4 stars. So I have brought along J. You will need somebody who can take at least a hit. So that's why I'm not bringing along Yato. Obviously, you can always go up. Bring Project Red, bring Phantom, probably not Phantom. Phantom's a bit of a throwaway. But absolutely bring Project Red. Probably avoid this skill 2 though if you are. Use skill 1 because you don't want that stun going off, because a lot of the time you want to bait drones with it, so stunning is just going to cause issues. Shirayuki is going to be the bulk of our main DPS, really. Again, it's a bit hard to say whether Shirayuki's the ideal candidate for this. It helps because her skill fires arts damage as opposed to anybody else. That said, if you have moduled up Meteorite, you can absolutely use her with skill 1. Her module just makes Meteorite really, really hard to go past. Last but not least, we've got a Yaphyala. I was using mine to clear through this, but as I say, we need 5 support units to get the most out of all of our medals, so let's see if I can yank a... There we go. 5-star Yaphyala. 5-star. 6-star Yaphyala. Skill 3. Mastery skills obviously help. So this is the Yaphyala I'm borrowing. It's maxed out. So this is probably going to be pretty damn easy. Maxed out Volcano. It's looking good. So I'm happy with that. It's probably what you guys will be able to borrow as well. If this helps you out, guys, please leave a sub. Helps me out. And I always appreciate the subs. And on top of that, if you have any dramas, drop them in the comments and I'll do my best to get back to you. Alright, so we want our highest DPS Vanguard at the top. And as soon as we get our 10, we're going to pop down our other one down the bottom here. Now, we're going to be, as always, we're going to be on the clock with deployment points. So as soon as those deployment points are ready, use them. And we want to get in Shirayuki as soon as possible. So Shirayuki here facing down, so she can attack pretty much anyone who's being blocked, which is going to be helpful. Next up, our AoE medic up the top here facing backwards. So off to the right. Next up, our Yapyala just here, facing again off to the right. Shiryuki's skill as soon as it's ready, because as you can see, we've got a bunch of stuff coming up. Fast redeploy here. Make sure all these three have stopped before you do it. Pull her out. Make sure again all 3 rounds are in the air before you pull her out. Massively important. Katana in. And as soon as you see that line come across, Gummy over here. As soon as you see the line, Gummy needs to go in. And basically, Gummy's going to be soaking these bomb drones. So from here, we then pop in our Suzuro facing down. So essentially, Yapyala is going to be going the whole round without a healer. That's the norm, don't panic. Once you get your 19, we're going to throw in Korra just here. And now we're going to start using skills. As soon as those 3 start moving, Yapyala's skill. As soon as they start moving, that's really important. This drone is irrelevant, don't worry about whether it dies or not. Skill, and then take out Scavenger, and then keep an eye on this guy. These two are going to line up pretty close to one another, so we're going to need to catch him on this cell. As soon as that bomb comes through, this bomb drone, yank Jay back out, because we're going to need him again. But that bomb drone will be nowhere near anybody that can hurt it. After that, courier out, bubble in. So from here, we're just sort of, this is just a casual run now. We're not worrying about too much. Obviously, we're pushing to outdamage the drone's healing, which up the top here is a bit of an issue, but that's okay. Again, we have the 3 rockets. Wait for all 3 to stop. Pop your fast redeploy in. Wait for all 3 to have fired, and then pull them back out. Super, super important you remember that. Okay, once all 3 enemies here are all lined up, we are going to hit Katana's skill. Probably wait until this fella pulls all the way forward again. And then we're going to need to just leave it as late as we possibly can. So we've got 3 enemies lined up here. And Yapyala's skill. We do have 1 enemy walk through, as you can see. That's not a huge issue. I mean, it's just a trash enemy. It's not an elite enemy. We don't need to worry about it. It's not going to hurt Gummy. Again, we have our 3 here. Fast redeploy. Once they're all lined up, all 3 are fired, pull that back out. Rinse, repeat. It's always a rinse, repeat job. Big enemy at the top here. We don't need to worry about anything else coming from the top lane this time. The only thing we need to worry about is that drone. So leave it as late as reasonable. Pop J in and leave him. We just want to delay this enemy now. At this point in time, we are just on the wait cycle. We're going to have a bunch of healing drones come out. That's normal. As you can see, Gummy is not giving a damn about all those bomb drones that are on her. We have another enemy over here, so what we're going to do, 1, wait for all 3 to fire out. One of our DPS, one of our vanguards, bait the drone, let them die, it doesn't matter. Cora's skill as late as humanly possible. You'll probably need to start using Suzuru's skill just to make sure that everything is okie dokie. We're going to try and delay this enemy just here. That enemy will get held up by Cora, but basically what we want to do is just hold it away for a little while. And then Yafyala's skill. And at this point in time, Yafyala will just go ham on everything. And that's it, guys. So it looks really bad, I will be dead honest with you, but it's really not as bad as it looks. There's a lot going on. Just do your best to pay attention to what you need to pay attention to, and just trust that your lines are going to hold, because more often than not, they will. And if anything leaks through to Gummy, odds are it's just going to be one trash unit, which isn't going to bother her. She has an AoE healer on herself, and she also has her own self-healing, so she's probably not going to die for a single trash unit. Keep that in mind, and I hope that helps.